you know, this is the first film I feel I've ever made truly, you know, the other films I've made are regarded as independent films because they're not made as studios, even though Film 4 and BBC Films are big institutions. They're not regarded as studios, so they're still regarded as independent films. But for me, this is by far what truly independent filmmaking is about, because I didn't have to answer to anyone. I did on my other two films. And unfortunately now, I don't think I can go back to that. Or if I do, I feel like perhaps I'm a little bit more savvy as to how to. I think you have to kind of be. If anyone gets funding, if anyone here wants to make films, and you do it through the funding, kind of the more sort of general route of getting funding, I think you just have to be make sure that everyone's on the same page as each other and everyone's clear about what you're trying to make. Because I think that's where I came into difficulties. I made my second film. People thought I was making a certain kind of film. And I had very much in my mind. I was kind of quite private about what I was doing. And I think that the way of making films though is it's addictive. You know, it's how it should be made. I think you should have final say, and I think not to is kind of like crazy. But obviously you can run away with things and be indulgent. But I was very strict about this. I made sure the script was sent out to people in the industry. I sent it to the head of BBC Films, and he gave me his response to it. And I listened to it, and then I rejected what he had to say. But I also did test screenings. Now, usually, you know, a director who's in Hollywood and said they've got test screenings and focus groups, they'd be terrified. But of course, because I wasn't forced into any changes that I didn't want to do.
Try to get certain numbers and all that.
So we took the piss out of the test screening. Actually, we had like sheets, and I had all these really, really funny questions on it. So just, how shit is this film? Would you recommend it to?
On a scale
Worst
of 1
enemy.
to 10.
Yeah, do you love this film? Is it the best one you've ever seen? And we were sort of taking the piss out of it, but we did get a really good response from people, and it did make me change the ending. Because I felt I wasn't giving enough. The previous ending was really more ambiguous, and I think it was actually ultimately a much more unforgiving sort of ending. And I think I felt it was weird, and I wasn't quite going with the emphatic quality of the ending. So it was more ambiguous. You know, he didn't get on. It wasn't very clear how he got on the track or not. And so I decided to just go with it. I felt like it was much more giving. And as soon as I did that, but I took that decision from the test screening. So I would do that now. You know, I want to kind of feel like because it's the hardest thing is making a feature film is staying objective about your work, because it's such a long piece of so I'm rambling now.
Rambling's okay. There is another film about to come in, so we may call it a day there. But do kind of tweet, Facebook, spread the word in whatever way you can to make sure that it has the life that it deserves. And join me in thanking Jamie Thraves.